VPNs are almost as popular as internet browsers, and for a good reason. The benefits they provide are numerous and manifold, such as obscuring your traffic from your ISP and getting around those annoying regional content blocks.
Yeah, boy.
Unfortunately, their popularity has not gone unnoticed, and companies have begun implementing VPN blocks to spoil our fun. Damn you, Netflix! Fortunately, getting around these blocks is not impossible. It just requires a bit of finesse and know-how. In this video, you'll learn about why VPNs get blocked, how VPNs get blocked, and what you can do about it. Now, before I hit you with some premium grade octane knowledge, be sure to like this video, subscribe for more content in the future, and feel free to let us know your ideas for getting around VPN blocks in the comments. And we've also got links in the description so you can get some of the best VPNs at a discount. All right, with the shameless self-promotion out of the way, let's kick things off by examining why VPNs may be blocked. It's no secret that VPNs allow users to get away with certain things that may have otherwise been impossible. And for this reason, they are typically viewed as dangerous, or at the very least detrimental to some companies' revenue streams. VPNs are blocked for a variety of reasons, including violation of privacy policies, data obscuring, copyright issues, political reasons. Yikes! Probably the most common reason for VPN blocking is that they violate school or workplace policies. After all, it's hard to get any work done if you're constantly checking your socials or refreshing our channel page to see when we upload anything new. However, VPNs also obscure your traffic, so ISPs and network admins are forced to block them to ensure that you're not up to any funny business. Another common reason for VPN blocking is copyright issues. Streaming services provide different contents in different countries, so users often have a VPN to access content that otherwise would not be available. Unfortunately, they often use VPN and proxy blocking to protect the companies themselves from licensing issues. Looking at you again, Netflix. Ironically enough, the very existence of these streaming services is one of the main reasons for the popularity of VPNs. Go figure. Finally, VPN blocking is also used to restrict the flow of information in some countries. Take China, for example. The Chinese government restricts access to Facebook, Wikipedia, Twitter, and YouTube. Hang in there, guys, hang in. Anyway, this has, unsurprisingly, led plenty of people in China to make use of VPNs to access those sites. But the Chinese government is not so easily defeated, no sir! They have implemented plenty of VPN blocking protocols to ensure their information control is absolute. Yikes! Funnily enough, they're not even the worst. VPNs are outright banned in Russia, Turkey, Belarus, and North Korea, and using one in those countries comes with, well, let's just call it extreme punishment. Unfortunately, you can get around VPN blocks with some know-how and skill. Before we look at all the different ways to circumvent those pesky VPN blocks, let's first look at the types of VPN blocks you may encounter. There are three primary VPN blocks that you should be aware of. They are IP blocking, deep packet inspection, and port blocking. Each of these requires a different solution to bypass them. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? IP blocking is one of the simplest ways of blocking a VPN. Now, this method is commonly employed by streaming services like Netflix and Hulu, which block all of the IP addresses associated with the VPN. Unfortunately, these IP addresses can sometimes be found with a simple Google search. However, IP blocking can also occur when a service provider notices unusual traffic associated with a certain IP address. Normally, an IP address is only used by a single device, so when thousands of people share the same one, yeah, I think you get the picture. Deep packet inspection is a bit more invasive than IP blocking. You see, regular old packet inspection only examines the header part of your data packets, which includes things such as your IP address. However, deep packet inspection also examines the payloads of your data packets, which can reflect VPN traffic. Finally, port blocking is pretty straightforward. All it takes is for your network to block the connection ports commonly associated with VPNs. For example, TCP port 1194 or 443, which open VPN users. There are a few other methods of blocking VPNs, but these three are the most common. And with that in mind, let's finally take a look at how to bypass VPN blocks. Now, there are many ways to skin a cat, though why you'd want to do that is beyond me. Similarly, there are plenty of things that you can try that will get you around those pesky VPN blocks and allow you to give censorship's ass a good old kicking. These methods include switching servers or VPNs, changing the tunneling protocol, encryption or port, using obfuscated servers, getting a dedicated IP address, changing the DNS settings. Woo! Bit of a mouthful. Anyway, don't be intimidated by all the technical terms that I've just thrown at you. These methods are fairly simple in practice. So let's just dig in. Starting with switching your server or VPN. VPNs typically provide you with access to hundreds of different servers. So switching to another when your connection gets blocked, well, that's one of the easiest ways to circumvent a VPN block. Of course, this does involve some degree of luck to find an unblocked server in the same country as your previous one. Of course, you could simply switch the country altogether as well. Granted, this may somewhat affect the quality of your connection, but that's a small price to pay to watch The Office on Netflix, right?
Oh God, please, no! No! No!
As a final resort, you could switch to another VPN entirely if yours isn't cutting. Most big VPNs offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try them out and see if they get past the block. Of course, if that doesn't work, well, you could try changing the tunneling protocol, encryption, or port. Sometimes VPNs are blocked because of the specific tunneling protocols they use. Fortunately, you can change this protocol within the settings of your preferred VPN's app. Bonus tip, consider using less popular tunneling protocols, as those are far less likely to be blocked. Some VPNs also allow you to choose the encryption algorithm, which could also work to get around those pesky blocks. For the tech savvy out there, one other solution you could try is changing the tunneling port. The default ports of OpenVPN are 1194 and 443, but that doesn't mean they can't be changed. You'll have to do it manually, so if you're not up to the task, try some of the other solutions we've already mentioned. Or use obfuscated servers. Obfuscated servers are especially useful in places like China, where deep packet inspection is an issue. These servers connect through ports that are more typically used by essential service providers, such as email providers and websites. Thus, they are not blocked. Using an obfuscated server is a bit like entering stealth mode in Skyrim. It's as easy as pressing a button. And before you know it, you're flying under their radar. That is, of course, provided that your VPN allows for it. Both NordVPN and Surfshark allow you to use obfuscated servers. And by the way, we've already reviewed both VPNs. Links in the description. You could also try getting a dedicated IP address. As mentioned, one of the most common reasons for VPN blocks is suspicious IP address activity. Normally, an IP address is only used by a single device, which raises alarm bells for certain service providers who notice thousands of people sharing the same IP address. Now, typically these common public IP addresses are blocked en masse, but you can get around that using a dedicated or static IP address. Most VPN services allow you to purchase a unique IP address for just a few dollars extra per month. While that may inflate your bills even more, it can prove to be a useful addition if you've recently been hit hard with a VPN block. If none of this has helped you yet, well, we've got one final solution for you. Change the DNS settings. If you've tried everything else, changing your DNS settings is a relatively simple tweak with a good chance of getting around most VPN blocks. Consider using some of the most popular DNS providers such as Cloudflare, Google, and OpenDNS. Thank goodness I didn't have to say all of that out loud. Anyway, changing the DNS settings can let you get around certain content blocks without using a VPN. However, your data will not be obscured, and you won't get to enjoy many of the other benefits provided by a good VPN. But that's for another time. For now, you should be well equipped to deal with VPN blocks. Knowledge is power, or so my producers tell me. So now you should be mighty powerful indeed. I'm glad to have been of help. So if you'd like to see more of me, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I upload again. Oh, and don't forget to like and comment on this video. Until then, I'm Jason, and you've been amazing.